What is up? Welcome back, everybody, once again to Adventures in Digital Marketing. My name is Rob, I'm your host, and today I want to talk to you about what gets measured gets improved. And there are some caveats for that, but first, before we go too far, Hurley's in here with me, so if you remember Hurley from a couple weeks ago, he's my new puppy, so he is trying to get himself settled down right now. Anyway, here's what I was trying to say. I'm a web designer developer who helps people with their digital marketing business, helping them to do business better online. That's really the whole idea behind what I do. And as a product of that, we do web design and development, and we help people not only build the tools, but then we help them to grow their business online. So if you ever want to know any more about that kind of stuff, hit me up in the comments below, or just go to roborr.net and hit the contact link there on my blog. And sorry about that. So anyway, here's the deal. Yesterday, I told you about three things that I measure: website traffic, views, and the statistics that I look at every morning. And the reason I do that is because of this. When you're monitoring and observing your traffic, your numbers, your sales, whatever the number is that you're tracking, your stuff is ultimately, the numbers are going to tell you stuff, right? And it goes back to the old Peter Drucker kind of thing. That's not the exact quote. His exact quote was something different, but the idea is that if you measure it, you can improve it, right? But there's a caveat to that, and this is where a lot of people, I'm not sure, really understand what's going on with this, and it's this, that in order for something to improve, you have to have a large enough sample size. And meaning that you have to have lots of content in order to see if your content is working and what content works and what doesn't work. You have to have a large enough sample size for your videos. If you're studying your YouTube traffic, just having 5 or 10 videos, it's great if one explodes, but then do you really know exactly why that exploded? And can you replicate that process, right? Because the whole idea is being able to repeat the things that work and eliminate the things that don't work. So if you're measuring your stuff, that's good. I mean, you should, by all means, you should always be looking at your core metrics, your numbers, your site traffic, your opt-ins, your sales, your video views, all those kinds of things, right? But the sample size for it has to be large enough, and it has to be consistent enough over a long enough period of time to give you meaningful information. Because if you don't get meaningful information, then you could be looking at outliers. You could be looking at spoofs. You could be looking at information that is really not as indicative of what's working and what's not. So that's the thing that I've seen, right? Is, like I said yesterday, I look at my website stats every morning. I look at bounce rate, I look at page views, I look at users, I look at all of those kind of things, and I look for trends. I look for things that are happening over time. My search engine placement, where are all of those various different pieces coming together to give me meaningful information that I can then use to replicate and to go create additional content. So that's really the big deal here. Is yes, you have to measure it if you're going to improve it. And sometimes it's a challenge, right? Yesterday, one of the things that I was looking at was very discouraging. I'm like, what is going on here? Why is this thing not working? Why am I not seeing, more results in this particular area? And I spent a long time looking at it yesterday, and it led me to a place where I'm actually going back and refining some of the things that I'm working on in order to fix some of that content. content. So because I know that like on my blog, I've got like 400 posts on my blog over the years, and I can go and I can look at all of this data and go, okay, these are the ones that are popular. These are the ones that are not. Here's what I need to do more of. Here's what I need to do less of. Here's the kind of writing that's working and resonating with my target audience. Here's the kind of writing that is not resonating with my target audience. So I can look at all of these different things, and then I can start to put together a plan to make real progress and improvements in what I'm doing. So really that's the key to making all this work. Because here's the thing, and I see this over and over and over again, is that people come into digital marketing and online business as if it's going to be easy or something like that. I don't understand where this idea comes from, but what happens is, like, using the 80-20 principle, that 80% of people quit before they even get started, right? They look at numbers, they see that their sales funnel's not working, or they're not getting opt-ins, or they're not getting website traffic, and then they just give up within a couple months, right? But in order to cross over from the 80% that are not having success to the 20% that are having success, you've got to figure out what are the things in that is making that happen. And a big piece of this is consistency and looking at large enough sample sizes to get intelligent information. So anyway, that's the whole thing behind it. So for those of you guys that have been with me live, I appreciate it. For those that are watching on the replay, again, thank you for this. Thank you for spending some time with me. Let me know what your comments, thoughts, feedback is below in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Please reach out. Tell me what's going on, what you're struggling with. I want to hear about it. You guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.